Hi everyone, this is Cheryl Abram and this is my Ypifany channel. If you like any of my videos, please hit the like button and also the share button so that anyone that you're aware of who would be interested in this could also see and comment on the video. So today I want to talk a little bit about learning out loud. As part of the evaluation model that I have, and which includes learning design. There's something in it that I call a portfolio. Okay, so it depends on the kind of course that we're doing. So for the cyber course, it's a cybersecurity portfolio. For the one on entrepreneurship, it's a entrepreneur's portfolio for whatever the concentration is, whatever the particular work is that they're doing. Okay, e-portfolios are not something new. Okay, people do e-portfolios. But the purpose of these portfolios, because they're being done while you're still learning. All right, so it's a learning portfolio to share the learning that you're doing with individuals on LinkedIn, on Twitter, on Facebook, Instagram, wherever else you are, which is where I share a lot of the learning that I do on those various platforms. It's also about developing your skills. Okay, so when you share, people comment, you talk a little bit about it, you get other folks' reactions to what you've shared, their experiences. Maybe you might ask a couple questions when you share something to garner those various reactions. So you're expanding your skills, and you're also building an audience. Okay, now especially if you are going to go forth and use this portfolio as like a supplement to your resume or something like that, right? Then building your audience is very important, and so using the portfolio for those three reasons while the learning is occurring. Okay, so adding some kind of portfolio to whatever learning you're developing is very helpful for the learner. And Google has something called Google Sites, where a person can build their portfolio. You can also do a website. You can just use LinkedIn. It just depends on your audience. For the cybersecurity audience, we're using Google, but for a curriculum I'm helping to develop for entrepreneurs, we're going to use LinkedIn for that. Okay, because it just makes more sense to use it, even though they can absolutely use the other one if they want to. So this is learning out loud, or at least it's part of learning out loud, because one thing that I said in some of my other videos is that learning does not need me. It doesn't need you as an instructional designer, evaluator, whatever you are. Learning doesn't need you. Okay, so let's just get that out of the way. Because what we're doing when we design curriculum, when we do ISD stuff and all that, you're just adding constraints to what's naturally happening. Okay, and you don't want to go overboard on adding those constraints. Okay, because then it begins to feel like you're imprisoning the learner when you add so many constraints so that they hit that target that you have set in your learning objective. Okay, I don't care how much research you've done with the learner and all that other stuff that's necessary, when you're building a curriculum, it's still an objective that you set. All right, because individuals who are coming into that learning environment, first of all, unless you ask, you don't know who's sitting in front of you, right? So is the person in there as an employee? Are they sitting in front of you as a mother? Are they sitting in front of you as a peer, as somebody's colleague? What role is sitting in front of you in the class? Okay. Unless you ask, you really don't know. And we don't ask. That's not something that we ask. So they have their own objective. Like, they know why they're there. Me and one of my friends had a discussion about this the other day. We were talking about church, right? People go to church for various reasons. It's not all the same reason. someone having grown up in church, I know everybody is not there for the same reason. Okay. Some people are there because of the religious experience. Some people are there to find a wife. Some people are there to find a husband. Some people are there because they don't want to say they don't want to be there because they want to keep that connection with their family or whatever. People are there for various reasons. Same thing in the classroom. People are there for various reasons, right? You might have an objective that you want them to reach that says that your program is wonderful and fabulous and should be, people should pay attention to it and all that stuff. That's one thing, right? But if I'm in your learning event, I'm in there for some reason and you may have no idea what that is. One of the people from another a leadership event that I attended, one of the people in my group, he said the primary reason why he was there is because this place was close to where his parents lived. Okay. So it was saving him money for his organization to fly him over here because his parents lived here. That was his primary reason for coming, to visit his parents, on the dime of his organization. See, and that's what I'm talking about. So while he's there, he may or may not have gotten something out of it. I don't know, right? But that's the reason why he was there, and nobody asked that. We just assume, right? You're here for this reason. And I may say, so that I can go, okay, yeah, I'm going to go for this reason, but, I'm really there for a totally different reason. So my reasons are my own, and I'm going to get what I want out of this learning event, which means you don't want to put so many constraints on the learning event that it's hard for the learner to even learn anything. Because just because you're standing in front of me talking about a subject that I may or may not know a lot about, just because I'm doing some activities that you require me to do while I'm there, absolutely does not mean I'm learning anything. Absolutely does not mean that I'm learning anything. Okay? I need some water. I gotta remember to bring water down here when I'm doing these videos. So yeah, learning out loud. It's a way for me as a learner and you as a learner to share your learning, to build your skills, and build your audience. Okay? Again, you can go to Google and use Google Sites. They have a really wonderful, very intuitive, it's a very intuitive e-portfolio. And or you can just use LinkedIn or a website or something like that. Okay? And I will actually put a link under this video so you can see my e-portfolio and how I've set that up for cyber. And another wonderful thing, you can have more than one. Okay, so depending on the topic or on the subject. So right now I have one for cyber because I love cyber. I'm just starting to get into that. And I also have one for learning and evaluation work that I'm working on right now. So I'll put an example there for you. Okay, so that's all I have today. And let me know if you have any comments or questions. Seriously, let me know if you have any questions or, if you have any other ideas about what I'm saying. If you agree, don't agree, or whatever. Just let me know, okay? All right, I'll talk at you later. Bye.